of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We have a roll call, please.
Toronto? Moretta?
Yes.
Kozowski? Duff?
Yes.
Tupper?
Yes.
Did you call me first?
Minolte?
Minoletti, yes, I'm here.
Sorry.
I did receive an email from Patrick that he is on a business trip. I will take a motion
I
to
will make
excuse
that
Patrick.
motion.
All right, I'll second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
And Mitchell, right now, I have no idea, so we're going to hold on to that for right now.
Motion to table ZBA case 25-741 until we have sufficient numbers to actually hear the case.
I will second that motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, approval of the minutes for ZBA for October. Oh my God, it's been that long since we've seen each other.
Motion.
Any questions, any concerns, any complaints?
Look good to me.
Motion, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, roll call, please.
Minolte?
Minoletti, yes.
Minoletti?
We'll get there, don't worry. Took my dad 10 years, so don't worry about it.
Kozowski? Duff?
Yes.
Tupper?
Yes.
Moretta?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, new business, vice chair, we're gonna hold on that until we have.
I'll make a
full
motion
board.
that we table that until we have a new member on the board.
And we have at least
And we
a
have at
quorum.
least a quorum.
All right, a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, board applicant, we're gonna go to her, Jennifer Newman. There she is. All right, Jennifer, come on up, we're gonna grill you, we're gonna ask you a million questions. Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, actually, I mean, all business, we're conducting business, so we don't have a quorum.
You don't wanna
So we
talk,
probably
no,
really shouldn't be conducting business
at all?
without a quorum.
Okay, you're the boss.
I mean, you can discuss, certainly you can discuss
wanna-
this and come, like, I think you should, you definitely can. talk to-
Interview her, talk to her.
Yep.
And then make a decision at a later date?
Correct,
Okay,
yep.
well, I guess we would have to do that.
Because a
because we're in
quorum is not just, I mean, it's for any business,
Okay.
so I know it's a little technicality, but.
Technicalities are okay.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do tonight, we're gonna interview you, we're gonna grill you, we're gonna see if you really wanna be on this board. And then we're not gonna be able to vote on you till probably the next time we see each other, which at this point might be April, even though we're not supposed to have any cases, but we may have a case in April now. So, name, address, kind of give us a brief description, why do you wanna be on the ZBA board, and all that good stuff, and then we'll
Sure.
go from there.
Okay, yep, I'm Jennifer Newman. I'm at 2105 Newport Court. I've been living here for about 6 years now with my family, raising children here. Absolutely love this town. I think it's fun. I think the community is wonderful, and I want to be able to help serve. I have 2 small children. Currently, I'm working full-time as a front office coordinator. And I am also have experience as a legal administrative assistant. So as far as like reading ordinance and code, looking at, specs and things like that, I definitely have experience with that. And legalese, if you will, I understand all of that.
Okay?
I am serving as the president of the PTA at a local private school.
Okay.
So I'm familiar with the Roberts Rule of Law. So I would just like to be able to serve and be able to apply my skills for this board. I think it's an important board,
It is.
and I just want to be able to help if I can.
Okay, fantastic. I will open it up to our small quorum or small group that we have here. Kathy, any questions?
Well, as you can see tonight, the commitment to be here for the meetings is really important because we don't have a lot of members, and when people can't make it, we can't make decisions to help our community members.
Yeah.
So are you okay with that commitment?
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's not every month, I mean, the meetings are supposed to be, but sometimes it depends on the
We
caseload.
average about
Yeah.
6 a
Yeah, the
year.
case.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, give or take. I mean, we're any 6, maybe 7. I mean, typically you'll get more during spring, summer, early
Yeah.
fall. Then it'll drop off a lot of times throughout November, December, January.
Sure.
Last time we saw each other was in, October.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then technically we don't have anything for April. So it's very random.
Okay.
Okay. Go ahead, Kathy. Was there anything else you wanted to add?
No, I just wanted to confirm that schedule would work good
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
absolutely fine. I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, the variance board, the zoning board is kind of an odd duck in that it's manned by volunteers, members of the community. But, you know, it's not Parks and Recreation. We can't always say yes.
Yeah.
And when you say no,
Don't
that
take away my thunder.
that can be very hard. You know, again, it's our neighbors, it's our, you know, it's our friends sometimes, you know, but
Yeah.
we have to go by what we've been entrusted with. Can you just talk to me just a couple of minutes about how you would make those compartmentalizations of, you know, responsibility versus neighbors and friends?
Sure. Well, I think ultimately, you know, there is a law to abide by. There is an ordinance for a reason. So, you know, ultimately, I do think that's something that I've watched these, you know, the videos before multiple times. I believe my husband and I even went through a variance request one time as well. It is what it is. You have to follow the rules. And, you know, it might be difficult to make that decision, but, you know, but that's why we're here. That's why we're voting on it and we're looking at all of these things. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably not the board to make friends on necessarily, but sometimes we do make people really happy, and that makes us feel good too. So,
Yeah.
you know. So, all right, that's just, I just wanted to
Sure.
make sure you understood that this can be a challenging position sometimes.
Yeah, I understand.
Mark, anything you want to add?
This doesn't conflict with any of your other, like you said, you're the president of the PTA.
Right, but those are on different days.
Okay.
It's once a month, and it's not that much of a
Okay.
busy commitment.
That's fine. As long as it doesn't conflict, that's fine.
Yeah, doesn't conflict.
Works for me.
Yeah.
I'll give you the same speech I give everybody.
Mhm.
You're going to be at the ice cream store one day, and you've said no to somebody 2 months ago, and they're going to give you the dirtiest look of dirtiest looks.
Yeah.
You're going to have to understand that. You're going to have to be able to deal with that, because we're not a board. Every time we say yes to somebody, we are making our rules weaker and weaker and weaker.
Right.
Our ordinances become weaker. So there are times here where we can't abide and give somebody what they want. And people leave here upset. They're angry. And they're angry at us. And I say this because I've been there. I've been at the ice cream store. I've been at the party store, wherever you want to say, and people recognize who you are.
Yeah.
You have to be able to understand that. And there could be somebody down the street that very well you've known for 10 years. You have to separate yourself from that. You have to be, when we get these packets that get mailed to us, usually a week, 10 days prior to the meeting, there's no conversation that happens between us prior to this meeting. We've not discussed what these folks are here for until they actually come in front of us.
Right.
So there is no emails back and forth of, what are you guys saying? Did you go see it? We don't do that. We can't do that. It's against the rules. So it's going to be your obligation to go and visit these sites. And sometimes there's more than one case that you have. Sometimes we've had up to 3 or 4 cases. And you have to understand, when you visit these sites, make notes and come here, know exactly what they're asking for. And then, of course, if you have questions, we figure it out.
Yeah.
But you have to familiarize yourself with these cases, because many people have come on these boards, and I can tell if someone's not been to the site before. I can't force you to go, but I can tell by sitting here who's gone and who hasn't, just based on the questions.
Yeah, it makes a big difference.
So it's not a huge commitment from a timeline perspective. Our normal meetings last, at the most, maybe 2 hours.
Okay.
Sometimes
That's a
a little
long
bit more, but that's at the most. Usually we're in and out of here in an hour. And maybe you have a half an hour, a little bit of stuff to do prior to getting yourself prepped to actually come here.
Yeah.
So it's not a massive time commitment, but it's something where, if you're going to be on the board, because of our limited numbers, you have to be able to be here, or let us know that you're not going to be here. Or if you have a vacation coming up, give us notice so we can make sure that we have coverage, like tonight. It doesn't look like we're going to be able to hear this case, which is disappointing, because these folks came here hoping to get their problems resolved. We came here hoping to resolve their problems, but legally we can't. So from my perspective, if you're okay with that, and you're okay with what we talked about, of you might not be the most liked person at the ice cream shop anymore, I don't think anyone's going to throw something at you, but at the end of the day, you might get a dirty look. And
Yeah.
that's just part of being on a board like this, because we're not Parks and Rec. We're going to tell people no. And, you have to be able to live with that and be able to do it.
But we do it to be fair and equitable and keep the community reasonable,
Yeah, we try to help we try to be as flexible as we can, and we try to be as open-minded as we can, but sometimes it just gets to a point where it's like, this isn't gonna work for the village. It's not in the best interest of the village or the community.
Yes.
So, I mean, we're all volunteers, we all wanna see what's the best for the village. But sometimes it's just what somebody's trying to propose isn't in the best interest. So, everybody doesn't get always what they want. So,
Right.
if you're okay with all of that, I mean, I'm sure we'll get you over to council and they can make a decision on putting you on board, but it's a yes for me. I don't know about the rest of them, but unfortunately, we can't take that motion to council at this meeting. We're going to have to do that potentially in April or maybe even May at this point, depending on what the village wants to do, okay?
Thank you for,
Thank you for-
putting in your application, we
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Yes.
Yeah,
Well,
absolutely.
thank you for hearing me out.
Yeah.
thank
We
you.
really
Thank
need
you.
to-
And the village will be in touch.
Actually, Craig, if I
yes,
may
ma'am.
interject
You
now.
may.
So as far as the matter and not having the quorum and being able to conduct business, this board can open the meeting as it has,
Okay.
and then it can table without the quorum, open the meeting to open and table the case, no
Okay.
discussion, no anything. And as long as the case is tabled to a date certain, then notice doesn't have to occur again necessarily. So this is also the problem.
Unfortunately, we don't know
with-
if we'll have a quorum next week.
Well, that's when we have to reschedule it to the next scheduled meeting. Unless, I mean, if everyone was here and could agree with the village on,
So that would be for next.
so we will have an April case then, and which would be April 15th is the next date that is normally scheduled.
So just to let everybody know, I will be in Rhode Island that week, so.
So in order to do that, we do
Okay.
need to, again, to table it to the date, because then we're announcing it at this meeting. And so the notice is given
So-
that the meeting.
So when I made my motion, I believe I did say that,
Okay,
so
okay.
that should
good.
have already been done.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we're good.
Yeah.
So which would be the next regularly scheduled meeting?
Vicki, can you read back Mark's motion when we open this case, please? What did he exactly say?
And if not, I'll do a friendly amendment.
Can you read back Mark's motion when we opened up the meeting and we did something with the case from today? What was the verbiage that he used? Or did you not write it down? It's on your
We-
recorder? Oh, okay.
Yeah, we didn't,
So-
I don't think we tabled it because we were waiting for.
No, we did.
Mitch.
I think we did.
We did, yeah.
I'm pretty sure we did.
Yep.
So,
Well, let's just make an.
So,
a new
again,
motion.
I'll make a new motion that we table ZBA case 25-741 until the next regular scheduled meeting.
which at this point is April 15th.
There you go.
We
Perfect.
have a motion. I will second that. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, so we don't have to do any mailings or anything like that. So head home, relax, crack a beer, whatever you want to do. The village will they'll contact you, but it looks like it's April 15th. Is that a scheduling issue for you guys? Is that okay, or is it a problem?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay, all right, so head home, you're good. We'll be in touch, and then we'll go from there,
I
okay?
just have a quick question. Have you guys all seen it yet?
We can't discuss the case.
Okay.
So, yeah, well, unfortunately, until the case is actually opened, we can't discuss anything.
Thank you so much.
Okay? All right.
But keep it, if you're asking if it's staked,
Right.
keep it staked.
I
Keep,
just wanna- yeah.
keep it as is.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
please, thank you. All right, thank you.
Sorry about that.
No worries.
So there's really not much more we can do.
Do we do attendees or anything like that at council, or do you want any of that stuff, or no?
I mean, yeah, if you want to,
mean-
if he wants to give his reports, of course, you can do that, but.
We're moving through the budget process. That's essentially what we're doing at council.
Speaking of that, do you want to table the budget? They wanted me to do a budget. So just hold
Well,
that
we
till.
can't really vote on it.
Hold that till April 2.
Where is that on the,
Yeah.
I don't see it on the agenda.
She was gonna put it in, it's on the desk, so I don't know where she was gonna put it on. This came after, this was all mailed to us.
Just to review it? Okay,
Yeah.
because I didn't get that.
Yeah, so do you wanna just hold this till the next time we meet and we actually have a full
It's not,
board?
I mean, yeah, it's not even on the thing, so we can't really even say anything.
If it's not an item, I mean, I guess you could,
Okay.
you could amend it,
So-
amend the agenda, but since we don't have the
Yeah.
quorum.
Okay, well, let's just
we
wait,
do that.
and then we'll just, I can talk to the girls upstairs and make sure this
Yep.
actually is aligned with on our next agenda.
Okay,
Does that work?
works for me. Other than that,
Other than that, I mean, everything else we'll pick up on Tuesday, April 15th, assuming that that's when we're going to meet. Like I said, we don't have any cases at this point from Paige's sticky note. We don't have any cases. Obviously, this one may come back into play April 15th. So is there anybody besides Mark? Okay, you guys good?
I don't have nothing else we can do.
All right.
Could you be available April 15th,
But
as far
you're-
as you know?
But you're here April 15th is what I'm asking.
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I know.
Pay your taxes and come to the meeting.
Right. We leave the next morning.
Because it'd be nice to have the new member, but.
As far as I know.
Okay, well, I guess there's nothing else. I make a motion to adjourn.
So we're going to send you to council, but we have to have a full quorum, so it won't be till April. If you want to come back here in April, on April 15th, you can. You know, again, I'm sure this meeting's not going to last very long, so, you know, at that point, we can bring you back up. If there's anybody that's that's not here, Patrick or Mitchell, that has questions, they can ask you at that point. Probably a good idea to come back. And then we'll send you to council, and then if all goes well, we can have you actually attend the first meeting starting in May, assuming we have a meeting. It's just a matter of waiting until we actually have a case. Do you got anything in the books besides anything?
No, I mean, I wanted to send a ticket too, but I won't be ready till Monday or May.
All right.
All right,
Well,
take a
in that
motion to
case,
adjourn.
motion to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay.